A decade of defining television for a generation, Joe Keery is stepping into a new creative chapter. Best known for his breakout role as Steve Harrington on Stranger Things, the actor is now looking ahead, embracing unfamiliar terrain with excitement, curiosity, and renewed artistic freedom. His latest project, Cold Storage, brings together an eclectic cast, including Liam Neeson and Georgina Campbell, delivering a genre-bending thriller that blends sci-fi horror, dark humor, and unexpected romance. Speaking with Entertainment Tonight, the cast opened up about life after long-running franchises, working alongside cinematic legends, and why Cold Storage feels like a nostalgic throwback with a modern edge. The film, which hits theaters on February 13th, has already sparked conversation for its unique tone, one that has been described as Goonies for grown-ups. For Joe Keery, saying goodbye to Stranger Things was emotional, surreal, and ultimately liberating. "It was a little overwhelming, but definitely exciting," he shared. "I mean, it was like college. Imagine 2.5 colleges. That's how long it took to do that project. About 10 years of my life. The experience shaped him not only as an actor, but as a person. Now, I just feel this renewed sense of creativity. I'm excited to get my hands dirty and try a bunch of new things." That sense of exploration is exactly what drew him to Cold Storage. Working on the film, he said, felt fresh and invigorating. Collaborating with different actors, new creative voices, and a story unlike anything he'd done before reminded him why he fell in love with acting in the first place. "It's fun to try things that are new and work with different people," he said. "That's what keeps it exciting." The film itself wastes no time setting an eerie tone. Set in a mysterious underground facility once used for military storage, Cold Storage introduces an acetylene organism, one that quietly spreads, evolves, and threatens to spiral out of control. What begins as a routine night for minimum wage security guards quickly turns into a fight for survival. Despite its horror elements, the movie leans heavily into humor and character chemistry. During the interview, the cast jokingly debated the film's unexpected appeal as a date night movie. Joe Keery famously called it the weirdest date night movie ever before admitting that the description oddly works. "There's romance in it," he explained. "A sweet little love story that's brewing slowly in the middle of all this chaos." Georgina Campbell, who stars opposite Keery, agreed. She noted that the chemistry between their characters pulls audiences in almost immediately. Before even knowing it would go that route, she was hoping it would, she said. The relationship unfolds organically, giving viewers something emotionally grounding amid the tension and absurdity. Director comparisons have placed the film in nostalgic territory, but not in the way audiences might expect. When asked about the Goonies for grown-ups description, Keery laughed and made an unexpected reference. "I'm thinking of Flubber right now," he joked. The infamous green slime from the 1997 film became an oddly fitting comparison, as the cast joked that Cold Storage feels like what would happen if Flubber went very, very wrong. That humor, however, doesn't erase the film's unsettling realism. The fictional fungus at the center of the story is loosely inspired by real-world parasites, a fact that unsettled the cast once they learned about it. Campbell admitted that while the science fascinated her, she preferred not to think about it too deeply. She said it adds a heightened sense of urgency, but now that the movie's over, she'd like to forget that it exists. Liam Neeson, ever the voice of gravitas, reflected on how the concept resonated in a post-pandemic world. "We've all lived through COVID," he said. "We're still getting over that in many ways." The idea of unseen forces spreading quietly struck a nerve, especially when paired with themes of government control and fear. "That kind of fear," he added, "is a disease in itself." Beyond the thrills, Cold Storage holds personal significance for Neeson. The film marks the first time he has worked on a project that also features Vanessa Redgrave, his late Natasha Richardson's mother. Although they didn't share scenes or overlap on set, Neeson was leaving Rome as Redgrave arrived. The connection was deeply meaningful. "Vanessa turns 89 tomorrow," he shared proudly. "She's a legend. The camera adores her." While they didn't cross paths during filming, he stayed in touch with the director and spoke warmly about her enduring presence in cinema. The respect was mutual, and the moment added an emotional layer to the project for him. At one point in the interview, the focus shifted playfully as Neeson was asked to step aside, figuratively, so Keery and Campbell could reflect on what it was like working with him. Both admitted that the reality didn't fully sink in at first. "You walked in and they rolled out the red carpet," Keery joked. For Campbell, it was surreal. "I was a kid like everyone else watching Star Wars at midnight in 1999, so working with Liam Neeson was unbelievable," she said. What made it even specialer, she added, was that he exceeded expectations, not just as an actor, but as a leader on set. Meeting one of your heroes and having it actually be great, that's rare. The conversation also touched on nostalgia beyond cold storage. Neeson was asked about the possibility of a sequel to The Naked Gun, a film he starred in that surprised audiences with its success. While he admitted there's been no official word, he didn't rule it out. "If the script was good," he said, "and if the right people were available, sure." He reflected on how comedies like that feel increasingly rare. "We don't make those kinds of movies anymore," he said, "and audiences really miss them." The film's success at the box office proved there's still an appetite for straightforward, laugh-out-loud theatrical experiences. The spotlight then turned to Georgina Campbell and her continued success in the horror genre. After her breakout role in Barbarian, she once again finds herself navigating dark basements and terrifying situations. When asked if she had learned her lesson, she laughed but admitted she couldn't resist compelling scripts. Her collaboration with Zach Cregger in Barbarian proved to be a career-defining moment. Since then, Cregger has gone on to direct Weapons, earning major acclaim, and is now attached to the upcoming Resident Evil reboot. When asked if she'd reunite with him in the future, Campbell did not hesitate. "I would love to," she said. "You never know what might come." She praised his vision and expressed excitement about his future projects, noting that she'll always show up to support his work. "He's going to have a very long, very successful career," she warmly said. As the interview wrapped, it was clear that Cold Storage represents more than just another genre film. For Joe Keery, it's a symbol of creative rebirth. For Liam Neeson, it's a project layered with personal meaning and reflection. For Georgina Campbell, it's another step forward in a career defined by bold choices and powerful collaborations. Together, they've created a film that balances fear and fun, nostalgia and novelty. A movie that doesn't fit neatly into one box and doesn't try to. With its mix of sci-fi horror, romance, and humor, Cold Storage invites audiences into a strange, thrilling world where danger lurks below the surface and unexpected connections rise to the top. And if the cast's enthusiasm is any indication, this is one strange date night audiences won't forget anytime soon.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.